Welcome to The Crow Show, with your hosts, VeracityTrigger and Zodiac.
What do we got today? Talk about
La Migra.
La Migra?
La Migra, huh?
Oh, that was the topic I think we agreed on, yeah? Immigration.
Immigration laws, I believe.
Immigration law. I think I was going to tell some sea stories.
Sea stories?
That's what I've been promoting, at least.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, you said you wanted to hear some stories of picking up Cubans.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, why not?
Were they, nice looking? Were they 4x4s? I mean, where were they?
We did have one that was actually kind of nice looking. We dubbed her Shakira. She had greasy blonde hair.
Oh, nice.
That's insensitive.
Well, now.
That's what that was. That's what people would say.
So
now.
I would take it her hips didn't lie.
Let me get that close. She was dirty. Tell you what, man, when you're nuts to butts with fucking 30 other people in a 10-foot boat.
Oh, wow.
It ain't gonna smell good.
Nuts to butts.
Yeah, I only saw one, like, really homemade looking boat. The rest of the time it was, like, just little, like, they tried to patch boats up to make them bigger, but...
Mm-hmm.
Like a little dinghy?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, they would have, like, little boats that they'd reinforce or stuff like that, but the only real homemade one I saw was, it was fucking awesome. It was, like, all refrigerator styrofoam and fishing net lashed together.
I knew it. I was asking you that last week. I said, did he make a refrigerator and float it across?
That's what I said. I didn't see a refrigerator, but it was like that, that thick foam that's inside of them.
The insulation.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was. It was like that thick foam rubber and
These dudes get creative.
all sorts of buoyant shit with like a rough wood frame, and it was all held together with like fishing net that they had tied all around it.
Wow.
And I think there was 17 people on that.
17
They
people?
had 17 people on that?
Yeah,
Dude,
not
I thought
very
Mexicans were bad at packing a car. Holy shit.
well. Oh, man.
Wow.
I can say that because I am Mexican. Thank you.
That's how desperate they are to get to the U.S. Like, they pack as many people as they can possibly float in these things.
It's kind of like those trains in India where everybody just jumps on top of the train.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that.
Jeez.
But not acceptable.
Yeah, we got room in here. There's a corner right there. Sit there.
So,
Well,
Half the problem back then too was U.S. immigration policy that we had, which was feet dry. It was just for Cubans, didn't apply to any other type of migrant. But if you're coming from Cuba, if you touched U.S. soil, you have the option to stay. Like, so you could possibly get to stay.
It's a ghoul.
Yes, that's exactly how I was describing it back then too. Like, it's like fucking reaching ghouls. Why are we giving them something to strive for? Not to mention, if they get to stay, they would get like $5,000 to start a new life.
Damn, it's
and all they would do
ghoul.
is they would turn around, take that money, and
go back.
give
it to coyotes to smuggle others across.
Exactly. Yet, if we tried to immigrate to their country, we'd be shot on sight.
Oh yeah.
Would we?
Why would you want?
Yeah.
To? Well,
Really?
now you're allowed to go there.
What?
But back then, they would have shot you on sight.
Yeah, we're not allowed in Cuba back then. Well, except for Gitmo. But again, why would?
Sorry about that, guys. I got a yipper.
But so it's ghoul, and they get money.
Yep.
So it's
and then they give that money to smugglers to smuggle more members of their family in, who in turn do the same with their money.
If we want to look at like a game perspective, it's the Go part of the board of Monopoly.
Pretty much.
Once they land on Go, they get the free $5,000. They go back to their country around in a circle, come back, find a way back in. They get another $5,000.
Well, no, because they'd already be documented here unless they came up with fake documents.
Well, why wouldn't they?
Yeah, true. Well, we would
Kind of like this
we
scene
would have
from
their
Born
fingerprints
in East
if they got
LA.
to stay.
Kind of like the scene from Born in East LA where she's selling Social Security cards. Okay, you are now Fernando Valenzuela.
Right?
Do you think that's the cause for all that, for all the rioting we've had with the President Trump and all that? Because didn't Obama say like having the illegals vote? Wasn't he saying that?
He was saying something along that line. I don't think that's the cause for the riots.
No.
The cause for the riots would be, well, there's no other way to put it but spoiled fucking brats.
Yeah, stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that can be a thing.
I will say one good thing Obama did on his way out the door was he's the one who actually got rid of that feet dry policy with Cuba.
The what policy?
That feet dry policy that I was just talking about.
Oh, okay.
So Obama actually got rid of that on his way out the door in January.
He waited to the very end.
Yep, he kind of just snuck it in there. Good.
Jeez.
Glad somebody finally got rid of it. It's been in place since the friggin' 60s.
Cold War era shit. Yeah.
So when you were on the boat and you were picking up all these people and taking them back, what was the closest they ever got to getting on land? That you almost...
Oh, we could see Key West at one point. Like, we were really close. Like, 2 miles offshore.
Wow.
Dang, man.
Like, oh man, it must have ripped their hearts out. Like, they were fucking at the beach. They were jumping. Some of them were jumping off the boat and swimming.
Jeez. Do you see any sharks like swimming around them?
No, I only saw sharks once.
Really? Where was that?
Yep. I can't even remember. It was out in the middle of the ocean somewhere. We were meeting up with another boat, and I had to jump into the small boat and ride over to the bigger ship to pick up some supplies.
Sharks are just waiting for you.
There were no lie, there were sharks swimming between the boats.
They're like someone.
Yeah, you were considered lunch if you fell in.
Yeah, exactly. And if luckily the boat I was on had a stern launch, so we didn't have to climb down any ladders or anything. We just dropped the small boat off the back of our boat. But the one we went to, nope, no stern launch. We were a much bigger ship. We had to climb up a rope ladder on the side with fucking sharks swimming around.
Jeez.
Yeah, you're probably sitting there going, I hope this bitch holds up.
Yeah. Are you afraid of sharks?
I was that day.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'd be too. I think I am instinctively. My dad had me watch all the...
I think everybody should be. They're kind of soulless eating machines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but when your dad lets you watch the Jaws movies over and over again when you're younger, kind of instills this fear in you.
My dad took me there to see that movie when I was 6 years old, and I had nightmares for months.
Yeah. Like, if I were to go to Universal or something and see the mechanical one...
Oh, it's gone.
I would stay away from that still.
Yeah, and
that was like the whole reason we chose to go to Universal.
Universal Studios. Oh yeah. Then they put me on the side where the shark pops up, and what do you think I did when that son of a bitch popped up? I tried to poke.
I'm still gonna say I was right.
Southern California, man, we got a lot of the illegal immigrants that come there for work. And I've had conversations on how they got there, and they told me they have these 10-foot high, 12-foot high fences that are electrified, barbed wired, every feature you can think of is on them. I'm like, okay, so how the hell do you get past that?
So they rode a shark over it?
We have tunnels underneath. I'm like, seriously? He's like, yeah, we just dug tunnels and we just go through the tunnels.
Yeah.
And so basically, Trump with his fucking wall, it ain't gonna work.
No.
They have tunnels, man.
Posture. The show.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I was saying last week too. I was like, it's just going to be for aesthetics. I mean, they're going to catapult themselves over. They're going to, teleport through. They're going to dig underneath it. They'll find a way. I don't know why they want to come over so badly. We have such a difficult job placement for a lot of people as it is.
Right? Like,
I
we
mean,
don't have enough to go around as it is anymore.
yeah, it's so hard already. I mean, Trump's talking about like he's basically going to do is he's going to cancel a lot of trade, international trade, where he's not going to cancel it so much, but he's going to put certain legal limitations onto it where they get taxed for bringing it here. Maybe more
right.
so.
It's going to be more import taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but guess who's paying those import taxes?
They
It's
are.
not just the other country. We're paying them as well.
No, yeah.
Because
you
the
wanna
cost
buy-
of said
if you wanna buy
products
those
is going to
goods.
go up.
But that's his point. I understand what he's trying to do with the whole bring manufacturing back by raising the imports, but there's a lot of shit that we just can't make here.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of jobs that did
There's
leave.
gonna be imports.
Well, it's gonna create more factory jobs for us here, more so. I
Right.
think it's gonna bring back a lot of factory jobs. So it's really just.
But
bringing more
what I don't
factory
like
work.
is all the and
Well-
I know that we're getting a little off topic with this now, but I don't like the fact that half the shit that he's doing with that is getting rid of environmental standards.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
The thing is, if they went with more like solar panel, more wind power, more stuff like that, you won't really have a lot of energy companies up in the future. Everything's just going to be self-sustained at some point, So, like, I don't see the point. And I think what he's trying to do is trying to keep us from, like, possibly going to war over in other countries for oil and stuff like the Gulf and all that stuff. Whenever we go there, we always find something to come back with. It's kind of what we do. But if we have our own resources here, it's kind of like it's sort of prolonging the problem, but it's sort of taking a certain problem away from what we've already had. Or we need to go to another country and help them out. What are we going to get out of it? Oil. Oil's a currency.
Well,
Yeah.
the U.S. has so much oil backstock, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that it's enough to fuel the United States for the next 150, 200 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't see the point in having to go over there to do that for the price of oil. Okay, when we have that much already. All these,
Do we know? I mean, like,
you guys were mentioning factory jobs. You guys were mentioning this, that, and the other, and taxes, and yada, yada. Okay, and this fucking wall that, whatever. Okay. We need to stop all that shit and take care of the bigger problems as far as, taking the undocumented criminals back home, get them back.
yeah.
Okay. 2, take care of the homeless children and veterans. Okay. 3, fix fucking Detroit. Detroit is in dire need of help.
I think only Detroit can fix Detroit, and I don't know how that's going to work.
RoboCop.
No, I'm talking, like their water and everything.
Their irrigation systems, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fix all that before you start bringing factory, back to.
Oh, where was it?
They're
Flint,
going.
Michigan? Was that the
Yep,
for the
Flint.
water?
That's it.
Yeah,
So
makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I think with
So you
Yeah.
want to make Detroit great again?
I want to make, basically, I'm stealing this dude's slogan, "Make America Great Again" by taking care of its own.
Hmm.
That's the way it should be. You
Yeah.
know,
Agree to an extent.
and I'm saying that as in, if these guys want to immigrate over here, take the proper steps, get the citizenship,
Yes.
Hmm.
do what you have to do to become a citizen of the United States. Now, once you're a citizen of the United States, your new flag is the red, white, and blue with the stars. It's not the red, white, and green.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it makes sense. I mean, you can look at your heritage and be happy about some of the culture that you came from and stuff, but ultimately you're going to be what you are where you are. You know,
Exactly.
so you can bring over some cultural aspects, but you have to really respect the flag that you're of the country you're going to. I mean, we could look at other immigration places like Sweden is in problem. It's having problems right now, I guess, with the immigrants coming in through, is it Turkey? Um, but
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
I've been seeing a little bit of that right now on YouTube and things like that. But I think the thing is, like, even when Trump put in a plan that plan to work with people like what we were talking about before to keep, uh, to keep to stop making those safe cities and just make like a little area outside the border as like a safe zone for them. So they don't have to come into another country. They can stay there in their safe zone, but not to make like they can't just. Do you know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
I
They
understand.
can't just take up full-time residents.
yeah, yeah,
Got to
because
be a temporary thing.
exactly. Because I've seen some other people talking about like if somebody wants to come over to America from a completely different country, a completely different climate, completely different religion, completely different this and that, it's going to be really hard for
Well,
them to acclimate. If they feel like they have to flee.
it falls back on the Constitution. Our freedom, our right to have freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of whatever. Okay, you come over from another country, you take the steps to become a U.S. citizen, and you're a Muslim. You have that right to practice, Islam. Okay, that is your right as an American citizen.
Hmm.
Okay, well, what I feel what Trump did with this
How much
travel
practice does that
ban
take before you get good at it?
for all these Muslim countries was a wrong step to do because a lot of the Muslim faith is based on peace. Okay,
Is
I
it?
know because I have friends that are Muslim, and they've explained it to me. Their their faith in Allah, they're peace loving people. Okay, and he explained to me the difference between a Muslim and a jihadist.
Hmm.
Jihadist is all into jihad, which is holy war, and it's their way or no way,
Hmm.
and those are the extremists that we want to keep out. But you can't really take it out on entire Muslim religion over some name over
Right,
whatever.
that's like hating all Christians because of Westboro Baptist.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. I think a lot of people are getting very anti-religion with it because they're like, well, in their religious book itself, it says to do these things, and these extreme people are following the book from what it says. Now, I can see that, and be like, okay, well, they're following their religion, and some of the religion stuff says to kill infidels and things like that. It seems kind of extreme. Um, but how far do you go with those things? Because, like, when you look at Christianity, you look at the ancient Christians that did the Crusades. Were they right to do that? No, that was for territory gain. That was to retake Jerusalem, make it a Catholic or
Great again.
Orthodox, thing. But we haven't done that in so long. It's like, okay, well, we don't do that, so you know, the Christian religion isn't bad
Hmm.
because of this. But then we see these terrorist attacks, and they a lot of them say they're doing it because of God, or they're doing it because of this and because of that. It just turns into a numbers factor. Like, well, how many times does this happen? You know, from one religion to
Yeah,
another.
and they're blaming an entire religion instead of saying, wait a minute, there are two factions to Muslimism. Um, you have the jihadists and you have Muslim.
Hmm.
Okay, and they're taking it out on every one of them, and that's not exactly proper. You know, laying blame where it shouldn't be.
Yeah, no, I hear you on that. And plus, like, I was gonna say something else about that too, with the religious aspect to it. But it's interesting how some of the, they have different sects for their religion. I think a part of that comes down to the fact that most of us don't understand, the whole point, the whole difference of it. They just hear it, they see it, okay, they follow this Bible that tells them that they can do it. And other people follow the same exact Bible, and they're like, well, okay, I think this is an extreme thing. Let's ban this whole thing. But like with the travel ban, it didn't actually say, from what I remember, say anything about banning anybody. It just was more precautions as to bringing in certain kinds of people from different countries. So,
Right, not even kinds of people, just bringing in people from these areas.
yeah. So some countries, they get frisked more, they get searched more. It takes them a while to get through customs. I don't think it said anything about a ban specifically. But,
Well, what happened was the ban was in place. People were being detained, and late at night, a panel of judges got together and overturned the president's executive order, and lifted the ban so people could actually come home to their families. A lot of U.S. citizens who had taken the product, the proper. Okay, let me get this going here. A lot of the people who took the proper steps to become U.S. citizens were being detained when they shouldn't have, and they were being withheld from their families and whatnot. And these judges got a hold of that and just said, "No, this isn't right, and we're overturning this." And that ban was lifted. People got to come home.
Basically, they revised it, didn't they? Or
Yeah, they revised it to where if they had American citizenship in place, they
Or
were
a green
allowed to
card.
come home. Or a green card.
yeah,
if they
because
were born here, or if they had a green card. Then they were
Exactly.
because I know when Trump got in, he put a halt to all decisions that Obama made right before he left.
not all of them.
Well, he put a pretty big halt on a lot.
I know he just repealed the one about transgenders using gender identical bathrooms or whatever they want to call it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, I'm not touching that one, man.
Yeah.
That's all
Do
you.
you
That's
realize-
a topic for another night.
Do you realize
Right?
how many bathrooms we'd have to make to accommodate all the 50 plus new genders
No,
they're
no,
trying
no,
to
no,
create?
no, no.
Oh
It's
my
the,
God, man. Okay.
No, it's the where if a guy identifies as a female, he wants to use the women's room. That
Yeah.
one.
Well, then I could just say, oh, I want to be a woman for a day and just go into the woman's bathroom. You know?
Yeah, how fast would you end up arrested going into that women's restroom? You know?
It's a fucking terrible thing. You're gonna have so
Right?
much.
How do you prove that anybody identifies as that? Anyone can throw on a dress and say they identify as a woman.
Yeah, that's the thing. You'd have to like.
I mean, how do you? There's no way to police that.
No, there's no way.
Oh, well, it'd be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, well, you're poking out of your dress there. Okay.
You look pretty happy to be in a woman's restroom.
Right?
Don't think you're a woman. Well, I identify. Well, I don't know about that.
They identify as lesbians.
I mean, that's gonna cause so many troubles. That pretty much that would increase rape, wouldn't it? People just fake
There's no way to
identifying
prove that.
with that and just wandering in there.
There's no real way to. I could see it causing a lot of issues if anybody wants to pursue it.
Hmm.
But at the same point, I've never seen anyone try and use a restroom like that. So
Nah, I've never seen it either. That's kind of messed up. But yeah, that's
No, me either.
But again, probably a good topic for another night. We could talk about shit like that forever.
probably.
Yeah, definitely a topic for another night, man. 'cause
I think we did.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, different story, different day.
I know I did look up also if somebody does want to claim asylum, like you don't have to break into the country. You can do that easily from outside of the country.
Really?
Yeah, you can, what is it? Claim oppression, I believe it is.
Yep.
Mhm. What about that? What you know? What, I wanted to ask you guys. What about that Edward Snowden? What's going to happen to him? Do you think? Do you think?
They can't touch him, man. He's in a non-extradition. They can't touch him. It's the only country that actually allowed him to.
Yeah, Russia won't extradite him, right?
Okay, Russia will not extradite him. Okay, what he did was expose the NSA was invading people's privacy by monitoring their cell phones, their phone calls, their text messages, emails, everything
Yeah, I saw
without
the
their
movie, too.
knowledge. Okay.
I still say he's a traitor.
They can watch
Traitor
you
or
through
not,
your
he
camera.
did expose. Traitor or not, he did expose some of the criminal activity within our own government.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
probably plenty of shit that had nothing to do with that, too.
Yeah, probably.
Either way, he compromised a shitload of material that was not really that
Yeah,
big of a deal.
if he's working in there, he had to take the proper.
Well, that
Yeah, do you
dude,
think that changed
he
anything?
not only got
You're
protection
crazy.
from Russia, he got protection from Anonymous on top of it.
Got protection.
That's what I'm
from
saying, though. If you think that changed anything, you're nuts, man.
Oh, no. I know it didn't change a thing.
The thing
They
is,
made it worse.
The thing is, it seems like people didn't know this, but everybody knew this already. You know, it just the only surprising thing most people didn't realize is they can watch you through your camera, your camera from your laptop, from your phone, whatever, without the light even going on, and they could listen through it, you know, and stuff like that. If they
That's
want
why
to.
I keep a piece of black tape over my camera on my laptop.
Yeah, that's why it's a good idea to do that. You know,
Mhm.
or
I don't.
turn
They
that
want to
shit
see
off.
that weird shit, then more power to them.
Here, you can't. But guess what the fuck I'm doing?
You want to see me dancing around to Goodbye Horses in my bathrobe? That's probably not.
Oh my god, man!
But dude, when have we ever had total privacy? In the past, they had spies. They had people being physical spies going to our country, other countries.
In the past,
Well, I mean, they still have that now, but they have cameras everywhere. I mean, the cameras take more precedence than someone walking around. I mean, I know they still have physical spies, but probably not as many as they used to.
no, probably not.
The kind of stuff they can like spy on you through internet groups. I mean, it was said like they would use, what was it, like trolls to attack somebody they didn't like, or what was that about? I don't remember that part. The movie.
Oh, you're talking about the Anonymous movie on documentary on Netflix?
I never saw that. Is that what they do there?
We Are Legion. Okay.
Yeah,
We Are
I
Legion
didn't
on
watch it.
Netflix, and that thing tells everything that Anonymous did or does, including the faction that went rogue.
They have a rogue faction.
Yeah, the rogue faction was actually by an FBI.
I can't hear you. You're breaking up, dude.
Oh, shit. Hang on. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The rogue faction was actually led by an FBI informant.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a lot of criminal activity. And then he ratted out the entire group, that entire faction of Anonymous, and didn't get a thing done to him.
Yeah. That sounds like what would happen. I mean, if you're running a organization with a bunch of random people, you know.
Yep.
But I mean, I see some videos of them still doing stuff still, or talking about doing stuff still. That even with the election, they were saying like Hillary and her campaign were doing a lot of illegal voting, you know, with things like that, and they had to send a message like knock it off, otherwise we're going to expose you for this. And
Yep.
right before the election was done, like Hillary and her, you know, Bill were celebrating like they already won, you know, before any of the stuff was finally counted. And it was, I mean, I was like, okay, looks a little staged. You know, I wonder.
I don't know. I think it always kind of looks like that. Everybody's always
But
partying.
you know, the thing is, I wonder if almost all of them have been staged for such a long time. That's why there has been such an uproar, such an anger towards Trump actually getting there. I wonder if he was the fall guy, and then it turned around like, no, people actually did vote for him. You know, and everybody was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It was supposed to go to this person.
Yeah.
What if the shit was staged for so long, man?
Yeah. Well, I don't understand how we went from the people voting, the majority rule, to whoever gets the most electoral votes from a college.
Well, the reason on that, and it makes the reason on that
It's
it
always
makes
been like that.
it makes sense is because if it was like that now, let's say we go back to I don't remember when or if that did happen, but let's say we were in just a majority wins, you know, for whatever, no electoral college or whatever, California and New York would dictate our presidency every single 4 years.
Yep.
Yeah, it would
Because-
just go by the biggest states. The electoral college even.
Yeah, it would just be that, and in every other
And
state,
it would always be a Democrat in office because both states are Democratic.
those two states, yeah, they're always typically Democrat. New York, I think, swings sometimes, but California is definitely always Democrat. But yeah, man, and then I think at that point you would probably have civil war because you'd have the other states going, "Fuck this shit."
Did you know that California actually filed a petition to secede?
I heard that, yeah,
It's a real thing. Like my
Yeah.
English professor is a California native.
yeah. And what did Texas?
He's like,
re-rig?
and you know what? If it goes through, I think I'm going home.
See, California is getting ready to file for that, but Texas hasn't done it yet. And if Texas does it, the United States is done.
No, I heard that they rescinded that. They gave up their right to secede, but they still do their flag the same height, I think. But the thing is, if they
Yeah.
secede, they have to come up with their own power, which they can do. They have their own power plants to come up with their own power.
Oh yeah.
I think the fact is, in the past, the reason why we have so many army bases there is because the United States didn't want them to secede. You know, but what about California, though? I mean, do they have their own power plants? You know, they can run by themselves. Can they do everything by themselves?
California has one of the biggest nuclear
Well, those aren't power
nuclear
plants
reactors
by the
on the
government,
planet.
so.
They have their own power. It's all nuclear.
Yeah, there's a I forget the town. When I lived in Connecticut, though, there was a town down there that has their own power plant. So if you live in this town, like your electricity is like half the price of anywhere else.
Wow.
But it's super expensive to live there.
Yeah, I bet they must get paid a lot if if it's that expensive, though. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have no clue.
Have we really come to that
But-
point, though? That we're going to have... Because if California secedes, I can pretty much think about this right now and probably guarantee there will be some other states that want to secede as well. Because they're like, hey, they're seceding, let's do it too. That's what I think.
Possibly.
Maybe. Be interesting to see what happens. I don't think that they're gonna actually let them secede, though.
What are the laws that are in place from that? Because Texas tried to, or you know.
I looked up immigration. That's the
Okay, but that would be a part of. I know, but that would still be a part of immigration because at that point, if Mexicans wanted to come over and California was like, hey, we're our own state, you can come over whenever you want to. You know, we don't have a border patrol. We don't care.
Oh, California would institute its own border patrol for itself and keep the rest of the U.S. out, keep Mexicans out. They would actually go stricter because
people would be flooding in there, right?
yep, people would be flooding in there. I mean, they've got a large population that handles all of the produce that California grows that are mostly undocumented workers. Okay, those people come up here, they get work, they're like filling up bins with produce, and they're getting like
like daily.
$5 to $10 a bin. So they're filling as many bins as they can a day, just to get as much money as they can get.
They just send all that money home.
Yeah.
They just mail all their money home and.
Yep.
So
they send it home so others can come up here and do the same thing. Just like with Rob's stories on the Cubans. Same stuff in California.
So basically all the immigrants are just draining our economy dry.
The undocumented ones, yes.
Yeah, the illegal immigrants.
The illegal ones are draining us financially dry.
Exactly. Yes. And it's not just Mexicans, it's not just Cubans. We've got Brazilians, we've got Chinese, we've got Japanese, we've got
Haitians, Canadians.
Canadians.
I picked up a lot of Haitians too.
Haitians. Every nationality has people here in the United States that are undocumented. Okay. And I will explain one of my instances. My youngest child, his mother's Brazilian. She was up here undocumented.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She'd broken a law. I don't know how many times they haven't, but from what I understand, they're getting ready to.
Get ready to what?
They're getting ready to deport her soon.
Oh.
Damn.
Because they actually caught up with her.
Yeah, it's
Brazil's not one of those countries where you really have to work too hard to get in here from.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can come up on.
That's just laziness on her part. So kind of.
You can come up on a. The thing is, if you come up here from Brazil, you have to come up on a visitor's visa or a marriage visa, but you can't have both. And you can't come up as a travel visa and then just claim a marriage visa immediately. You can't do any of that. You got to do one or the other.
Yeah, there's still rules and shit to follow. There's right ways to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't know, man. I heard that did Trump put in the $100 bill into the gold standard? I mean, what is about that? I heard something about this. Like the dollar bill
I didn't hear about that one.
Dollar bill is going to change, and it's going to be less counterfeitable. So, I mean, I heard that the
well, I'm
not the dollar bill. Did I say the dollar bill? Because I meant the $100.
Yeah, I was going to say, man.
No, the $100 bill.
Counterfeited $1 bill.
You said 100 at first.
Okay, well, I meant the $100 bill.
Last time you said one.
Okay, good. At least I got it in there, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But the $100 bill is going to be less counterfeitable. So the thing is, it was said like our $100 bill is one of those. I don't know. It's like the town bicycle.
They're talking about putting microchip strips in it, so they can identify.
Because if people can counterfeit that shit so much, that drains our, gold value.
Yeah, but with all this technology we have nowadays, throw a chip in there.
I know.
Some hacker's gonna figure out how to do it and then pass it around, and then they're gonna have to come up with something else.
Yeah, we make plastics all the time.
I'm just looking at one day down the road we're going to actually do the credit system like Back to the Future. What is that? 3? 2?
2. Where they
2.
go to the...
2, they
Yeah,
went to the
you give them
future.
your thumbprint, and it takes the amount of credits off of your account, and you're done.
What was
You
that
know?
one movie where they, like, your currency and shit was, like, minutes off of your life? And, like, you had a clock on, the dude had, like, a clock
that
on
was
his arm.
great.
I
That
didn't
was
watch the
Out of
movie. I just saw the commercial.
That
Out of
Justin
Time.
Timberlake one?
It's called Out of
Is that-
Time. I have that. It's a good movie.
Is it good? I
Yeah,
never
it's
actually
really
watched
good. It's really good.
Yeah, that dude
You
got
put your
like,
wrist
you
to
know,
somebody else's wrist, and they
2
had this.
centuries worth of time.
Yeah, they because
know?
they're immortal. They're all immortal. They found out how to cure aging, and so what they have to do is the elites, the people that are elite, have like 100 million years. But anybody else that has to work, they don't work for money. They work for
They work for
time.
time.
So every time they work, they get a little more time. And sometimes when they gamble with each other, they put their wrists to each other, and they have this timer come up, and they can draw the time from somebody else just by willing it. It's just like this mental game of willpower, and sometimes it's dangerous because if you lose all your time, they have a little explosive device go off in your heart and blow up your heart valve, and you die. And so that's how
Crazy.
this one guy was playing this game. Justin Timberlake was playing this gambling game with some other people, and then he goes through the thing. He starts winning a whole lot of time. He acts like one of the elites, and he sneaks into the elites area, and they think he is an elite because he has so much time, because it's like money. He looks valuable because he's got like 100,000 years or something like that. I can't remember the whole point of the story, but it was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool concept.
I'll have to look it up. Maybe it's on Netflix.
I think it's Out of Time or In Time. It's one of those two.
I'll tell you right now. Shit, I'm sitting in front of my laptop.
It's a good movie, though.
This is why we're not a movies podcast.
Right.
We talk about a lot of movies.
I didn't even know the name of the movie. I'd never fucking seen it. I'd just seen the commercial.
I have it. It was a good movie.
In
I'm
time.
gonna be honest with you at this point.
In
I don't even
Time?
know the reference.
In time.
In Time. Okay. Yeah, Zodiac. You should see that one. It's a good movie.
I'll check Netflix.
But I don't know if it's gonna be there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else we can do to.
I'm running a little shy on the immigration topic. I don't have much else.
I know. I was just gonna say that myself.
Yeah, not a.
I mean, I got other stories. Like
I'd rather talk about something
the
else.
most we did was we pulled 75 people out of a 20-foot boat once.
Wait, what? Oh no, I gotta hear this.
Okay,
75 people.
we're in story time now. Zodiac's got a lot.
It was insane, man. Fucking like I don't know. I spotted it on the with the night vision.
You
And
spotted
we-
a bunch of eyes.
Right? No, it was one of those cameras mounted on the top of the boat, and it was just the black and white night vision. And I saw a boat floating out there. I'm like, hey guys, we got whatever the hell it was. So we start pulling up on the thing, and I'm watching on the night vision. You just start seeing heads pop up. It's like fucking gophers or what are the shit, what do they call it? The meerkats. When you go like the meerkat display.
Oh
It's like,
yeah, Meerkat Manor.
That's all I'm seeing on the thermal.
Meerkat
It's just-
Manor going out at sea, huh?
It's like, oh, we got one guy's head poking up, and then all of a sudden you just start seeing white all over the place start popping up. There were 75 people on this thing. They were crammed into every corner. There were people in the fucking there were people down in the bilges.
Dude, I'm telling you, those
Jeez.
Latin people can pack a vehicle good.
Right?
Is that how they travel all the time?
Yeah.
Just jam themselves and.
Dude, back home in Southern California, you get 20 Mexicans in a vehicle. Okay? I kid you not. In a little Ford Focus, they will fit 20 people.
No, that used to be a thing you'd see clowns do.
We were laughing. There was a kid in my A school class that when we graduated and became petty officers, he He was like, "Oh yeah, my whole family's coming." We're like, "Oh, they all coming in one van?" They did. There was 12 of them. They all came in one big conversion van. I mean, they weren't jammed in there. It wasn't like a Prius or something.
He
It was a
was like,
conversion van.
he was,
Still.
he was like,
He was
fuck
so
you.
embarrassed when he had to be like, "Yeah."
He was like, fuck you. You insensitive asshole.
But that was the best part. They all fucking came in the same van.
And then they all came out.
They were all legal though.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So did you?
I mean,
Did
you
you?
see back in? I'm sorry, Frank. Go ahead.
Oh, did you see anybody riding a dolphin over here? You know, just splashing.
Like a dolphin.
Dude, that's something like Fabio shit there.
Somewhere.
Okay. I'm sorry, man, but riding the damn dolphin, wind flying through the hair. Come with me if you want to live.
You're like, you know what? I usually pick people up that are trying to get over here, but that's just awesome. You go right ahead.
Sorry, bro. You go, dolphin migrant.
No, see.
No,
Down at the southern border, they've tried different things. They dig a bigger ditch. Yeah, okay, we got ropes and ladders for that. Okay, fill it in with water. Shit. Mexicans can swim like no other. Okay.
Alligators.
Throw alligators in. And the Mexicans are... Dude, throw alligators in an hour, there'll be shoes and belts, motherfucker.
That's why I told you we need shocks with laser beams.
Okay, you know they tried to glow in the dark chalk dust.
We need shocks with freaking laser beams on.
They tried this glow in the dark chalk dust once, and that was like, oh my god! I'm gonna quote George Lopez here, but Jesus, like, hey, stop! Who goes there? Casper the Friendly Mexican? Okay, float on. You know? Jesus.
Are they told on their TVs that we have opportunity over here? Or is that what we keep telling everybody?
No.
I just think it's been that long since...
Sorry.
For Cubans, I think it's just been that long since they had contact with the U.S. that they just think it's still great here.
Well... See, for Mexicans, it all happened with one dude that came up. And then went back, sent a letter back home telling them how here. And next thing we know, we have their family, their friends' families, and all their friends' families coming up.
You know, the sad thing is that, we are the country of immigrants. But because we have all these laws in place now, because we have our job system, because we know a lot more, it's like, well, we really can't be anymore.
Yeah, we're kind of at capacity.
Right?
Yeah, we're kind of full. We were and now we're full. But even then, back at that time, we were supposed to be the country of immigrants, but we just took over the Native Americans, like, get out of the way. We're coming in. Ah, man, we have such a fucked up situation, don't we?
It really is.
I want to say it's like, really great here, but even for myself, trying to get a job has been so hard, and I'm trying to do something that's, in a slightly different field than I was before, but even then, it's really hard to get something. If it's hard where you're at, it's going to be hard here too. It's just,
yep.
It's not, this place isn't. That's the reason that I think Trump even went with the slogan "Make it great again," because it's not that great here.
We're okay.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, there's things you can get, but it's not like the most amazing place ever. There's definitely other countries that I've seen or visited that are really nice and maybe nicer than here, but
see, the one thing I'm worried about, with all this Trump bullshit going on, my mother and myself and my brother, okay, notice I won't mention my sister because she's about as light-skinned as can be. But my mother, my brother, and myself, we're all dark skinned.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm afraid this whole country is trying to look at going the route Arizona did, where they can pull you over just based on the color of your skin.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. I'm afraid that's going to happen, and that's really going to cause a lot of stir with the Latin population. That's going to cause a lot of anger issues with us. Probably going to start some rioting. Probably going to start another freaking giant Mexican march like we had a few years back with all the produce workers. You know,
Yeah.
and I mean, this country relies on the Mexican population because we handle all your produce.
All our what? Puddings?
Produce.
Oh, I
We
thought you said
pick all that
puddings.
produce.
You handle our pudding. I was like,
Pudding.
Yes, the Mexicans are also responsible for pudding.
I don't eat Jello.
I think you're mistaking us for Bill Cosby there, man.
No, I hear you, man. But I think the thing is, you get into certain things like, we could talk about Black Lives Matter. We could talk about things like this. As soon as somebody starts a rally for something, somebody else is going to start a counter rally against it somehow. And it's just going to escalate. And the thing is, as sad as it is, you have to forget about the hate in order for it to go away. And I think people keep pushing the agenda, or they keep talking about it, and it escalates, and two people go back and forth, and they try to put their points of views about hate. And it doesn't seem to resolve itself ever. I mean, if you talk about it a lot, someone else is going to say, oh yeah, but what about this? And what about that? And then it goes back and forth. I can understand, some past history problems that we've had, but like if I have like, a black person come up to me and like try to blame me for past history of slavery and stuff, I'd be like, my family wasn't even fucking involved in that. We came over from Germany like three generations ago, and from Ireland like so many
I never
generations.
understood that.
But the thing is,
Okay.
they don't get it.
I never understood why these guys do that today. Okay.
It's just
Black
like the
guys,
idiots that tell people
my
to go back
family
to their
was in
country.
Slavery, but you know what? That was 200 fucking years ago, dude. Catch up.
Yeah.
You weren't involved in it.
I'm sure some of my way past ancestors would have probably been slaves somewhere, but do I go into the history of that? Do I try to find that? Even if it was true, what am I going to do about it? You can't blame me for something I didn't
I'm
fucking
half
do.
Mexican. I'm half Mexican, half Indian. American Indian. Okay. I don't blame people for the shit that happened to the Indian part, 150 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
And
can you
I
do
don't
about it?
blame for the oppression of the Mexican people when Texas wasn't a state and California wasn't a state yet. Okay. My grandfather actually rode with Pancho Villa.
Cool.
Okay. They took care of business. They got those states instated into the U.S. Well, hey, I don't hold no grudges against nobody, man. I mean, that's the way I was raised by my family. And it's all in the raising, really.
Mm-hmm.
My mom taught me everybody's equal. You treat everybody as an equal.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's the truth about
Yep.
it too. Because even in a lot of religions, like a lot of big religions, they have a lot of good quotes, and things like that. And even in Christianity, if somebody is a Christian, they have to look at what Jesus said with, you will be measured with the measure that you measure. You'll be judged as how you judge. If you're going to look at somebody and hate them, you're going to be judged the same way when you die.
Well, it's I'm 45. Okay, back in '07, I had a really bad car wreck, and I had to be cut out of the car. Lost a lot of my memory, whatnot. Some triggers, memories come back, and as all this is coming back to me, I realized, dude, I was a horrible person back then. I really was, you have to pardon my expression here, but I was a real dick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm spending a lot of time. I've spent probably the last decade righting a lot of wrongs, making amends and just fixing myself as a person. And I now see that I used to live how a lot of people live today, and I don't like what I'm saying, man. I mean, it used to be about goodwill towards other men. Now nowadays it's like everybody can go fuck themselves.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think a lot of people fell away. I think when a lot of people fell away from religion, when atheism became a big thing, it sort of turned into a mentality. Well, if there's no God, there's no repercussions, so fuck it. And that's how
Some people.
that's how it stands up to me,
I
though.
can see that, I guess.
I think a lot of people that have been an atheist for a very long time might not think that way, but I think that's what happens with a lot of people, especially if they start to lose their faith because they're like, well, if there's no God, there's no
Well, that's
repercussions.
why I say some people. I still try to be a pretty damn nice person.
Yeah.
No, I
Right.
understand not everybody's gonna be that way, but I try and be nice. I'm still a pretty good person, not overall, I would say.
See, yeah, I will.
If I believed in a God, I think he'd be okay.
I believe. Okay, and Rob, you've seen this, and playing with me a couple of times. I'm nice to everybody until they're a dick.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
then the dickish side of me comes out.
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah, everybody
So-
gets a chance,
Mm-hmm.
but you only get one.
Right.
I hear you. That's the thing. That's why we've been friends for so long, is because we all have the same kind of mentality. We'll give people a chance, but if they keep trying to prove themselves wrong, in the sense where they want to be horrible, well, then there's
Yeah,
a
man.
different story to be said.
Exactly.
I'll be cool till you're not cool anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I try and instill in my boys too. You treat others how you want to be treated, and if you're treating them how you want to be treated, be a dick, then go ahead, be a dick.
Hmm.
And they do it.
Just
Yeah.
don't expect to get treated great if you're going to be a dick.
Exactly. But I don't understand today's society either, because everybody wants to be an asshole to you, but the second you're an asshole to them, it's not okay.
Oh, I know, right?
Like, oh no, you hurt me. No, because
Right?
these
I
people.
need a safe space.
No, it's
Hey,
because
man, fuck you. No,
here,
fuck
let me.
you.
What the fuck is
Ow,
that
my
anyway?
feelings.
Do you want me to tell you the reason
I don't
for this?
understand that. What the fuck is that? A safe space.
I'll tell you exactly how this is going right now, and I understand this perfectly. It's because a lot of people have come into this alpha male mentality where they think they have to try to be the alpha male, and being the alpha male means that they're on top and they're trolling you and you're underneath them. And as soon as you do the reverse, as soon as you troll them back, they're like, what the hell's going on here? I'm supposed to be at the top. This can't happen.
Right?
No, you're
But
supposed to
my
be
mom
underneath
said
me.
I was a winner.
Yeah, and so they fucking think this shit because they don't believe, they believe in this alpha male bullshit where, yeah, here's the thing, you just have to be a man. If you're a man, you're a man. There's no such thing as alpha male. If you're a fucking wolf,
See,
then you have
my
the alpha
mom-
male thing.
my mom,
Oh, there's definitely alpha males and beta males.
my mom and my dad brought me up to, a real man will treat people with respect. When somebody tries to pick on them, they walk away from it. But the second somebody puts their hands on them, okay, they finish.
No, but
Period.
yeah, I'm just saying,
Okay.
like with the thing with the alpha male and the beta male, it's come to a point where people think they're an alpha male, when really they're acting more like the beta male, which pretty much just cancels out the whole thing.
Well, and I hate to quote movies, but I'm going to. But it's like the American Sniper movie. When Chris Kyle was a kid and his father was distinguishing there were three types of people. You got the sheep, you got the wolf, and you got the sheepdog.
I thought we were gonna go dicks, pussies, and assholes.
we're not, we're
Only
not going
Rob,
South
kid,
Park.
only Rob. Okay. Basically, he explains that the majority of the people are sheep, and then you got people that are wolves who pick on the sheep, and then you have the sheepdogs who protect the innocent sheep.
Yeah.
He
And
says you always want to be the sheepdog. Period.
that's
Yep.
that's kind of
Well,
what
that's where the Team America speech came from. They modeled that same speech.
Yep.
well that's what I've been. At least that's what I've been trying to be for a long time, is that sheepdog. And so even like last week we talked, or it wasn't last week, it was the week before, we talked about internet trolls and stuff. Internet trolls that troll my friends, I'll go back after them and troll them. And that's where the whole alpha male thing comes into play, because they think they're the alpha male and they find out they're not, because they're like, I'm not at the top. What is he doing? What is he doing?
Isn't that how me and you became friends? Was just trolling each other. Basically.
Well, we had a misunderstanding.
Well,
there.
that's how Phil, Pat, and I became friends. We were trolling each other in the clan chat.
Yep.
You know, ever since then we've hit it
I don't
off
think you
pretty
were
good.
trolling me though, Zodiac, at all. I was like, he doesn't understand what I'm saying. Here, let me type back this in here so he fucking understands it.
Yeah, me and Trigger had like a lot of heated debates on the GameFAQs forums.
It was fun.
Great.
It was like
Is
11
that website
pages.
even around still?
We could archive it. We could look in the archive and probably find it. It was like,
Oh man, I bet it's still there. It'd be fucking hilarious if we can find that.
dude, it was like 11 pages long of discourse.
Oh, damn.
It was about a clan war on GoldenEye for the Wii. That's how long ago.
Damn.
And it was
Oh,
basically
so-
just me and Trigger beating our chests at each other.
Me top 8. No, me top 8.
Yeah, basically. We were doing the nerd version of that on a fucking video game forum.
That was perfect.
Oh, man.
That was fun though. As
We became friends, and we made stupid YouTube videos.
and here we are now.
And here you are years later.
Yep.
Yep.
Making more stupid
I
YouTube videos.
I still go back and watch those passive aggressive videos sometimes.
No, like
Just for
here's the,
nostalgia.
yeah, it was pretty good, but Chaos, you were saying like
Yeah.
we're boycotting the other game. Like, I'm not boycotting the game because I didn't like the way I was boycotting the game because they were, I don't know, they were trying to take my money for stuff that I
Which game are we referring to?
Which game?
the other one that we played, the Black Ops 3. I paid for
Oh,
that
Black
whole
Ops
season
3?
shit. I never got shit. I didn't get a single fucking gun that I paid for.
I didn't either.
I didn't buy it.
The only thing I got was the map packs and the zombie packs. That's it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't
You
buy
know what
any
they
more of that
did?
shit.
You know what they did, right? They took the guns out.
Yeah.
Now you
gun-
have to pay for the guns separately.
What?
Or you can
Yep.
earn them through those,
Or you can earn
those
them
care
through
package things.
care package things from
whatever
black
it's-
market.
buy crates or whatever they're called.
the black market.
Yeah.
crates.
Yeah, I just see that as shisty. I see it as shisty, and I'm like, no, I don't want to have to put my money towards shistiness.
You don't have to. It's
I
not
know.
real money that gets spent at that.
Well, I mean, if
I just refuse to buy Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, dude. What the fuck am I going to be doing on the moon?
See, and that's what I
Okay.
nobody else would even try that game. I liked it.
no,
Dude,
the thing is, if you get shot with a bullet in a spacesuit, you are instantly dead.
Yeah.
Your spacesuit will implode, but yet you have hit points and you
Exactly.
regenerate. How the fuck
Well,
does that
it
happen?
depends
Right?
on where you are. It's also a video.
But rumor mill has it that the next Call of Duty is going to be based in Vietnam. Now, if this is true, I'm
Yeah.
getting that one.
I'll be on board for that.
Didn't they already have one like that?
I don't think
No.
so. Maybe the first Call of Duty. I think the first Call of Duty they had some Vietnam or Korean War in there, from what I remember. But if you remember the first Call of Duty, That is.
I remember
remember
playing
the
one on a
first-
computer like at a buddy's house back in like 2000.
Like Call of Duty 1942 or something.
Yeah, it might have been that, but it was the first Call of Duty. I know that. That's all I really remember. I just remember playing the very
I think it was
first one.
1942.
Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
It was,
I don't know. Like I'm saying, I played it.
I don't know, man. They
Somebody
bounce back
else's
and forth too
computer.
fucking much for my taste. Okay, they go from 1942 to 2007, 2055, and then back down to 1963, and then up to 2017, and back to whatever. It's like, dude, you ever hear of a timeline progression?
Right? Like they just got that shit current, and then they jumped up to the future.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
It's a bit fucking ridiculous with that shit.
This one's supposed to be called The Fog of War or something. Based out of Vietnam during the Vietnam War. They're
Mhm.
going to have the Hueys. They're going to have the attack choppers. They're going to have
If they get rid of the fucking space jumping,
the Warthogs.
with
They're
that.
going to have old machine guns like M14s and all that. And
dude,
I'm down for that.
they get rid of the space jump with that shit too, I'll be right back there.
Well, in Vietnam, I don't think they had invented the space jump yet. So
You
it shouldn't be.
do you remember how Black Ops 3 was?
Oh yeah, that's right. This is Treyarch and Activision. You're right.
Yeah.
You know?
They love the crazy shit they can put in there and get away with it. Do you know what the storyline of Black Ops 3 was? Do you guys remember? Have you played the storyline?
No, I didn't play any storylines on any Call of Duty.
I will tell you right now what it's all about. You have to play against...
Or I played a little bit of it.
You know the Matrix movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so in
Who
Black
doesn't?
in Black Ops 3, an entity creates itself through the digital information that was created from their own system, the United States system or whatever. It becomes like the architect of the Matrix. And he can control people to such a degree that he can change reality. That's why when you play Black Ops 3 and you see the walls going up, like it's bent in a 90-degree angle and the walls are going sideways, you are in some kind of simulation of reality. That's why it looks all fucked up in that one winter battle, where you're looking at it and you're like, why is the building on its side and going up at a 90?
No, I didn't play any of that one. It was
It is so trippy.
that was the one I played.
It's like if you played Final Fantasy VII. That's about as trippy as it can get. So,
See, that's why I don't play the story modes for Call of Duty. I buy it for the multiplayer.
man,
I'll play them.
the Ghosts was good.
Play the story mode. It actually gives you some stuff for multiplayer.
Yeah, and the Ghost was good. The Ghosts was fun.
Man, I played
Ghost
GoldenEye
was
on the Wii
great,
for
man.
years.
Okay,
And
my
fucking
favorite,
never,
my
I didn't even beat the
all-time
story mode for
favorite
that.
Call of Duty though would have to be Modern Warfare 2.
I don't remember playing 2. I don't think I ever played 2. I played
No.
3.
I picked it up at 3. That's when I started playing Call of Duty.
3 was alright, but 2 was better than that.
Yeah, me and
The
Zodiac know
maps
3 the
were-
most.
The maps were great on 2. Okay. But
I remember
Ew.
me and Trigger used to rock some shit on MW3.
Yeah, we would destroy people.
Riot shields and
think
throwing
I-
knives only.
I think I met you guys and applied on your website for membership during
That was
Modern
in
Warfare
3, yeah. We met you at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were there with us almost immediately, but then you weren't on sometimes, and so we didn't know where you went. But you
Yeah, I
went-
had to. That was the time where I was taking care of Cindy at the hospital.
Yeah. So you were kind of there, you were kind of gone, but you were a big sniper there. It was
I think that was Black Ops 2, wasn't it? Not.
no, that was 3.
No, Modern Warfare 3, and then we all got.
I never played 2. I played
Okay, Trigger didn't get Black Ops 2, but
I
You
had
totally played
GoldenEye.
Black Ops 2.
It was me and
No,
Zodiac and
wait, no,
GoldenEye,
you
and then
did play Black
Yeah, Black Ops 2 was after
Ops 2.
Modern
You
Warfare
played
3.
Trigger because
Mm.
yeah,
That
Oh,
was when we
Black
first
Ops
started
2.
playing on the PS3.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I thought you meant Modern Warfare 2, but yeah, Black Ops 2, we were there too, but we met you in Modern Warfare 3.
Yep.
Yeah, so you've been around since then with BC also.
What was it? Let's see. It was started off. BC got there before I did, so it was just you, Rob, and BC
BC's been
At
there
the
since
time.
GoldenEye too.
Hmm.
at the time. And when I applied, I think that made me what, fourth member?
Yeah, you were number 4, but you were there. I think I met you first. I think you're the only recruit that joined us that I talked to first. I'm not good at recruiting.
Rob and Brad got everybody else, huh?
Yeah, I'm terrible at recruiting people.
Me too, man. I just want to be a figurehead. I don't want any real responsibility in your organization.
Yeah. No, but that's interesting. It's been pretty cool what we've
I
had.
just want my name on the door, man.
What?
So I just want my name on the door.
Well, you got your fucking name on the door, so it's been carved in there since the start. So don't worry about that.
It's funny too because sometimes I'll be playing with Phil or Pat, and we get some random Yahoo into the chat that jumps in off somebody, and they're like, "Well, who is Chaos?" And before I can even answer, Phil or Pat just automatically jump in. Oh, he's one of the originals. Really, dude? Really? I am not. I'm the fourth member. I'm not an original.
Well, 4th would be kind of original.
It's pretty
there,
OG.
What has it been like? When was Modern Warfare 3 out? 12 or 13?
Something like
Well, when was Top Man on? Well, he was on in GoldenEye, but he's been kind of sporadic here and there.
Shit, I haven't seen Top Man in years, man.
Gotta get.
I know, right? It's been forever.
We gotta contact that guy. So I'm gonna get his ass back on something.
I still have him on Facebook, but
2011
Hmm.
it came out, and I actually 2012 I joined you guys. So 5 years with you guys. I've been playing.
Yeah, we only had one guy that we kicked out though.
that super racist guy.
Yeah.
What was it? Old Gray Balls or something?
No.
No, he just stopped playing.
That was probably the funniest name I've ever seen in a
Wait, his name was Old Gray Balls?
Yeah, you don't remember him?
Yeah, Old Gray Balls.
I remember Old
He
Gray
was a friend
something.
of
I
Chewy's.
remember Old Gray Balls.
Yeah, it was Old Gray Balls. He was a friend of Chewy's.
Man, now I'm having the Mandela effect come back to me now, because I don't remember that name at all. Remember Old Gray guy? Old Gray dude?
Well, everybody
No,
tripped
this
out.
was
memory
Old Gray
lane, but
Balls,
We should probably
and
wrap
then-
shit up.
And then we had that other dude. What was it? Sweaty Testicles or something?
Sweaty.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What? Jeez.
You don't remember?
It's like I never knew about these guys.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
just let anybody fucking in and now. Jeez. I
Sweaty testicle.
don't- Sweet. Did you say his name was Sweet Testicle?
It was Sweaty McTesticle.
Sweaty
Yep.
No, I've never seen that at all. Come on. Now you're just fucking with. Now you're just fucking with me.
We are not yanking your chain, dude. That was a real player.
No, I remember the one guy that had the funniest PSN name that pissed me off because he got this name, but I couldn't get the name I wanted. It was Fatty McFatfuck. And it was
Yes.
no
remember that
numbers
guy.
in it at all. It's just full out Fatty McFatfuck. We played against this guy in a PSN. I'm like, how the fuck did they not censor his name, but they have to censor Trigger? Trigger is apparently a censorable word.
Seriously?
Yes.
That's funny.
Yes, I could not get the original Trigger because
You
No,
sure
I
you-
saw the other day. I was playing on Destiny, and I saw a dude literally had the name McLovin.
Yep, I've seen that.
yeah,
Mm.
I saw that one too.
All right, you guys want to wrap it up for tonight?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Come on,
I don't think
I'm just getting into my rant right now.
All
I'm getting going here. I'm like,
right.
can't stop me now.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Dude, unfortunately, I got to be up at 6:30 in the morning, and it's going on midnight. So.
Yeah,
All right.
sames. Good show, though. We actually
Definitely,
touched on topic.
next
I think
week
that-
I'll definitely pop in again, and
Mhm.
I enjoy myself every time I come in and talk here with you guys.
Always welcome, brother.
Ah, thank you, man.
Open door policy on the Crow Show.
Right. Maybe next week we can get Sal in here.
Yeah, open and closed
Yeah.
door policy.
Open and close. All right.
Yeah, it's
well,
open until you see we. It's open until we see you coming.
Right. Oh.
But so next week we're going to talk about police brutality, police violence, police this, police that. Right? Is that it?
I believe
Yeah, we
so.
can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about some of those videos going around.
Trying
Whatever.
to see who's the victim, who's not, you know?
Yeah. You know what? I think that'd be a great. I think we should dissect what is actually, the wrong of what the police are doing, and what is the wrong of the people trying to frame the police.
Yeah, well, kind of like,
You know,
posting
I
videos
wanted to-
with no money shot, you know?
Right?
Exactly.
So,
hmm
Yeah, man. I want to get some people on to do a Walking Dead episode one time too.
That would be
Get all
good
of us
too.
on that are big fans.
you know, I have never seen that show.
I'm a pretty big fan, so if we don't do the police thing next week, maybe we'll do Walking Dead.
Sure
And
enough.
I'm going to sit there like a dumb retard. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? 'Cause I've never seen it.
Just
the zombie did what?
just Wikipedia it and just have the Wikipedia up so you can like go over.
Either
Yeah.
that or I'm going to have to binge watch for the next week.
Yeah, start binging now.
Dude, you are going to love the show because I had my uncle.
If you start now and you're fast enough, you can probably get current.
Just skip the
Right.
just skip season 2. It's boring as hell. It'll put you to sleep immediately.
Season 1 put me to sleep.
Well, then just start with season 3 and you'll be all right.
All right.
But the thing is, with Walking Dead, yeah, man, just start at season 3. You'll be fine.
All right. I'll
But
do some of it.
I wanted to say, like, I had my uncle who was very particular on what he watched, and he would only really watch more serious, realistic stuff. He started watching The Walking Dead, and he got obsessed with it. Like, it was like one of those kind of characters, he's only going to watch nonfiction stuff. But then he watched The Walking Dead, and he's like, wow, this is really good. And I could have conversations with him about a topic that he'd never watched before. So, yeah, that's what I got to say.
All right.
That's badass.
So next week, Walking Dead, and maybe subcategory of police brutality. Yeah, that might make a real long but good show.
Mm-hmm.
Rick's a sheriff.
Yeah, he's a sheriff. So there's the
And
law
he's
and order
brutal.
there.
He's
Yeah.
brutal, huh?
Yeah, actually, this will work out, dude. Zodiac, this will work out amazingly well because he is a part of law and order, but sometimes he goes to the bad side, sometimes he goes to the good side.
That's true.
You gotta.
Well, there we go. All right,
That'll work.
let's get some Walking Dead people on next week.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. So, I guess we'll call it a wrap. Check
That'll
me
work.
out on Twitter, Adam the Zodiac or The Crow Show, whichever you feel like searching for. We're also on Facebook, The Crow Show, but I only update that sporadically.
You gotta get your ass moving on that, man.
Phil was supposed to handle that shit.
Phil. The fuck? Yeah, well, you got to fill in for where he left off.
Well, I figure Phil's always quick with the memes. He's always on Facebook, so I asked him to do it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, as you know, so far you're watching this on YouTube at VeracityTrigger. So we also have Chaos, Panic, and Disorder here as well.
Yep.
And
Website.
website. I don't think you have a website, dude.
Nope.
But okay.
I do have a Facebook though.
Yeah. Well, give me the. Well, I could just link it later.
Yeah, go ahead and link it up, and that's fine.
Okay. So, all right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching all the way through this, and we'll see you next week. Definitely stay tuned.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good one.